I love the way the First Gen Lounge makes me feel.
Because it creates a space where I belong.
Where we're able to create community.
The fact that it's a community.
It's a safe place.
It also gives me a place to understand different perspectives.
The stories of these individuals prescribe transformational perspective.
I receive encouragement, enlightenment, empowerment.
And also serve as a catalyst to just keep going.
Where we're able to be our true selves.
I'm allowed to be an unapologetic first gen.
And above all else, tell our story.
And every episode is unique.
I love it.
I'm your host, Dr. Eve, and I'd like to welcome you to the First Gen Lounge. Hey, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome to the First Gen Lounge, boo. So glad to have you here. Goodness, I hope that you've been taking care of yourself and the people around you that you love, because we got to take care of each other out here. I know you know that already. So what's on my mind for today? I want to talk specifically about being scared. Okay, what about being scared? Why you shouldn't be scared to pursue entrepreneurship. Now, before I even give you the thoughts on why, of course, I'm going to give you a little bit of background. I'll give you some thoughts about what even inspired this conversation for today. So, I can't tell you for real that I was scared when I started my journey, because my journey was one that I'll tell anybody who will listen, I fell into. I was really just taking a break from working for others to really figure out what I wanted for my life, to heal, to just get it together. And about 3 months in, I realized that being a Susie homemaker was not going to work for me. So what my thing was is like, let me just go ahead and try my hand at speaking. I told the story before, if this is your first time hearing it, so this is the abbreviated version of it. So the only thing I had in my mind when I thought about business, if you would even say I thought about business, it was just I was going to be a speaker. And in truth, being a speaker wasn't having a business. You could be like, what in the hell? It was just speaking. So even something that I struggled with for years, and we'll talk about this one day, is the idea that I saw speakers as speakers, not entrepreneurs. They were speakers, but oh, honey, was I wrong. But it's like, well, what else do you do if you have a service, you have an offer, and you exchange this offer with these folks, for money? That's having a business. But so much I have learned between entrepreneurship, small business, LLC, solopreneur, all kinds of things. We're going to get into that conversation one day. So I was excused from being scared because I did not see speaking as a business. I saw it as doing something that I loved, right? I'm going to go out and do it, and I can make some money doing it. And yes, I need cards and stuff, but for me, it was never about business as much as it was about speaking. So me not being afraid really allowed me the space to just jump right in, because I wasn't worried about a business failing, because I was doing speaking and not something that required, that I thought required, right? Startup funds or anything. There was nothing for me that was really about a loss or something that could just be a complete flop. So I didn't have any of these things in my mind when I started. So me transitioning into entrepreneurship was really just like I eased on in there and started to learn. So I mentioned that because like, well, who am I, to talk about why you shouldn't be scared to start a business if I wasn't scared? Well, here's the thing. I've been at this now for years, and there are a lot of things that I have learned along the way that I think I can share, just a little bit of wisdom with you about. But at the same time, I think the fact that I wasn't scared allows me to go back and look at the framework for why I wasn't. And if you've been listening, I already shared some idea. I was going to pursue what I loved. So when I think about where I've come from or what I've been through, what I know now, and I think about the conversations I'm having with folks about being scared, my hope is that you can put those fears aside and really tap into who you are first and know who you are first as you're thinking about entrepreneurship and all the things that could go wrong, but oh, what if they go right? Or all the things you don't know, but oh, what about the things you can learn? So with that, I have 3 things in particular that I want to bring to the forefront of your brain for why you shouldn't be scared to pursue entrepreneurship. To say just blatantly, you are capable. You are absolutely capable of being a successful, thriving, take no mess entrepreneur, right? Somebody out here getting it. You are capable. Who else but us, right, would say, hey, nobody's ever been to college, but I think I'm going to go to college and get a degree, and actually get a degree when nobody gave you the blueprint, when there was not one. So if you can pursue a degree as a first generation college student or graduate, right? But especially as a graduate, if you can pursue a degree and actually get that degree when there was no blueprint, don't you think you can start a business and do well too? And of course, it may seem scary as it did when you may have set foot on campus and everything was just so, oh my goodness, what do I do with this? But the thing is that you figured it out, and you're always able to figure it out. So maybe even consider looking at pursuing entrepreneurship, much like you did your 4-year degree. I may not have all the answers right now, but I know that I am supposed to be doing this thing that is going to be a part of my life's journey. It's a part of me building my legacy, and I'm going to do it. And you do it. Now, the second thing, I talk about doing it and you'll figure it out. It's really to remind you that the resources are available to you. So again, going back to this collegiate framework, this grad school framework, you go to school, you're taking these classes, you're pursuing this degree, you have in mind what you want to do with it, but oh, there's the writing center, oh, there's a library, oh, there's academic advising, oh, there are all the things to help you to be successful if only you took the time to see what resources you had available to you, what academic organizations or student groups and clubs and leadership, all the things to get involved in to be surrounded with folks for you to thrive. The same thing goes when you think about business. And if I would have had somebody break this down to me, I probably would have definitely approached a lot of things differently in the beginning. But again, you have the resources, they're all there. And we live in an age where you can get on the computer and pretty much get to anything. Find a book, get on Amazon, these memberships, you have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, which is my favorite, all the online courses. I mean, hell, even I have programs, right? There are resources available to you, and it's for you to ask yourself the question of what do I need? So ask yourself questions. What do I need? What do I think I need? And in doing so, let those questions be answered with your research, 2, your communities, your entrepreneur communities, which if you don't have one, or if you are just getting started, get one. Be sure to put yourself in an environment where there are other entrepreneurs who are thriving, who are doing well, who are figuring it out, who can be a resource to you. Because in having those resources available to you, can you start to take the many action steps to, seeing that what you desire comes to pass. And thinking about resources, again, there's so many of them, and you don't have to do everything at once. One of my favorite things to do is to get a book, be it that it's audio, jump on YouTube to just kind of start getting an idea of something, or really using one of those groups like a Facebook group of entrepreneurs or paid masterminds and memberships, and asking questions and letting people support you and getting that feedback. So why shouldn't you be scared? Because again, there is no question that you have about something related to business that can't be answered. There are resources. And the final thing that I'd like to offer you is something greater. Something greater. There is something greater. There's got to be something greater. And what I mean by that is, I trust that you believe in something greater, someone greater than yourself, right? To guide you on this path, to reveal to you what you need when you need it, the people for you to be in alignment. So whatever you believe in that grounds you and allows you to have faith, lean into that more than anything, because it's foundational that you have an unwavering belief in what you're doing for it to work. So if that means believing in your higher power, or if that means believing in yourself, whatever it is, it's got to be something greater. But the other part of something greater is definitely the people for whom you are serving. Because my goodness, the something greater, that again, that alignment, that idea, that sense of purpose, to know that the work that you do has a capacity to help hundreds, thousands, if not even millions of people, right? It can just go there. And so it's got to be something greater, something bigger. The impact that you'll have, you may never know the end of it, right? And how widespread it is. And while it seems, again, scary to get started, are you letting fear get in the way of serving in the way that you're supposed to serve? And again, depending on what you believe when it comes to faith, are you keeping your gifts from the people who you were put on this earth to help through your gifts? And so is it really that scary? Are you just allowing yourself to be psyched out? Or are you thinking about how big it can be and then it feels so scary? But the thing is, if you were given a vision or a thought or something to pursue that was yours, you have to believe that you'll also be equipped to be able to handle whatever is before you. That's definitely a fact. Definitely a fact. So why be scared? Because it is something different, right? I get that. And why are you scared? Because you don't know. It's so many unknowns, and it's just the anxiety and the rejection and all of the things that people will straight up like psych you out of pursuing entrepreneurship if you let them. But that's why it also can't be, your pursuit. Of course, it can't be about other people as it is about you. And if it is about other people, the people it should be about are those who you're supposed to serve. And even then, if you don't show up, they won't and can't be served. So, there's that. But looking back, or even on the past few years, I have had scary moments in pursuing different things within entrepreneurship, especially as I had gotten a greater sense of where I was headed and things I wanted to try and new projects I wanted to take on. That's when far more of the fear set in for me. So I guess I'm even telling you from some kind of experience, maybe not from the start, but throughout the process of entrepreneurship, of building a business, there'll be several other moments when you may be met with some uncertainty and some fear, some scariness about some things. But again, what I want you to remember are the three things from today. And again, that being, you are capable, the resources are available to you, and to believe in something greater, be it a higher power, your legacy, what you're leaving for this world. It's got to be something greater. So on that note, if you enjoyed this and you know that this can help somebody, please act like you love me. Look, if you say you love me, then show me that you love me. And share this, with someone who can definitely benefit from it. And don't forget to go check out the First Gen Shop, which is, first of a kind store celebrating first generation trailblazers. And lastly, if you could benefit from, having a community of supportive fellow entrepreneurs, to be encouraged, to be, given the skills and wisdom to grow your business, to thrive and do your personal best, don't forget to check us out over at First Generation University, where it goes down. It goes up and it goes down, okay? But on that note, keep being good to yourself, keep trusting yourself, keep doing what you do as only you can do it, and most of all, keep pressing forward. Peace.